Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amantazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you with another lesson entitled WTF No Mechanical Door Handles. So I had actually put up a video and I pulled it. Okay, there was no need to. There's no need to uh, directly talk about a specific um, vehicle manufacturer. Okay, so in error, I put that on there and I took it down. All right, to make it just general. And so what I want to do is I want to connect some dots as it pertains to these new vehicles and what's coming down the pipe. What's coming down the pipe, all right, is surveillance, okay, and complete control of your vehicle. They're trying to stop combustible engines, all right, and they want to add surveillance, including biometrics, into your vehicle under the guise of drunk driving. Okay, so they just passed. We'll talk about this law, but they just passed all new cars that's being manufactured are going to have these surveillance systems in them. Okay, all right, and so we're going to get into that. So anyway, I was most recent trip. I had a vehicle, in this particular vehicle, all right, has like the latest technology for door handles and stuff like that. And I didn't really pick up on it until I kept getting in and out of the vehicle a number of times. And I said, wait a minute. I said, something missing here. I don't what's going on here. And what was happening is I noticed that a particular door handle had no mechanical features. It was just a push button type of thing. Salakia, a touch sensor. All right. So they are starting to try to phase out a mechanical handle, okay, where you pull up or out on. Okay. So now they're trying to go to uh a proximity based technology. All right, where you got the fob, and when you come within so many feet of the door is gonna just open. Okay, that's what they're trying to do in the future. But anyway, it led me to do this lesson and connect the dots and show you what they're doing with the 6G, all right, and this technology. The future of car door locks lies in completely eliminating physical key fobs, transitioning instead to seamless smartphone integrated digital key and multi model or modal biometric authentication. Physical locks are quickly being replaced by intelligent connected entry systems that operate based on proximity and identity. However, this rapid shift to digital and flush mounted electronic door latches has sparked global safety concerns, triggering a massive wave of backup safety regulation. The flush electronic handle backlash. For years, the trend leaned toward smooth electronic pop out door handles designed to reduce aerodynamic drag and boost EV range. This design is currently facing intense scrutiny. The safety risk, it says first responders have faced extreme difficulty opening electronic doors on crashed vehicles with dead 12-volt batteries or damaged electronic actuators. All right. So here is an inherent safety risk. They're telling you that when a door, okay, doesn't have the physical uh, engineered mechanical design, it's harder to open. Okay. You got a printed circuit board that's smashed. You can't open the damn door. because it's electronic. All right, let me keep going. So first off, let's look at 2 Corinthians 2:11, which reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And his devices is G3540 Nema. Okay, um, a mental perception or thought, an evil purpose. Okay, that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purposes. Okay, so we know that his devices are his evil purposes. Okay, the law causing a stir online regarding vehicle surveillance is the Halt Drunk Driving Act. Okay, so this is the excuse, all right, if you will, okay, of why they need to surveillance us, which was officially passed as Section 24220 of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. It mandates that all new passenger vehicles sold in the United States must be equipped with passive advanced technology to detect and prevent impaired or drunk driving. While marked for public safety, critics and privacy advocates frequently refer to it as surveillance tech or a mandatory vehicle kill switch. Okay? So everybody ain't stupid. So people are they know what's coming down the pipe, and you know uh, they're not happy with it. Timeline for the rollout. It says the mandate targets late 2026 to 2027 for implementation in all newly manufactured vehicles. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which is under the DOT, missed its initial 2024 deadline to codify the exact equipment rules because current technology is not yet reliable enough to avoid widespread false positives. However, the agency is facing a critical extended deadline to finalize the standards. The law only applies to new cars. Your current vehicle is exempt. Okay. All right. So there's something to be said, all right, for keeping your car. The latest official federal directive on 6G is the winning of the 6G race presidential memorandums, which was signed by President Trump on December 19th, 2025. The action functions exactly like an executive order by setting a mandatory national strategy in it. It directs federal agencies to immediately begin cleaning government controlled airwaves so private companies can develop next generation 6G wireless networks. The strategic goal: the administration issued this order to avoid repeating the mistakes of the 5G rollout, where fragmented U.S. policy allowed international competitors like China to scale faster and lock in standard definitions early. The White House emphasized that 6G will serve as the core technological foundation for the next decade's advancements in artificial intelligence, robotics, and implantable technologies. Okay, so this surveillance systems and things of that nature, all right, which is going to surveil you um, by video and also biometrics and integrated into AI. Okay, and guess what? It's also going to be integrated into the micro C hip, which is the implantable technology. You see? Let's see. Touch base locking and proximity settings. The exterior handle mechanism relies on capacitive touch sensors. Grabbing the sensor of the front handle prompts the vehicle to scan for your key fob and release the latch actuator. Touching the small indented sensor on the exterior handle face locks the vehicle. All right, so this was like one of the features, all right, from the particular car I was talking about. But I made it general and I wasn't specific to the manufacturer. This is 2 Corinthians 4:3. See, when we put these lessons together, and the lessons is to warn you as to what's about to happen. All right. But if you're in denial, which so many women are, okay, and I say women in particular for a reason, right? Because a lot of us in this truth, we have wives, all right, and girlfriends, whatever you want to call them. All right, and there's things we share with them, and it goes right over their head. They just don't listen. Okay, they think that this place is supposed to continue, and they think that things will eventually get better. Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 4:3. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them." Okay? All right, so all this truth in all of its components and all of its warnings, if it be hid, okay, if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost. Okay? Every man has his lot, all right, and it's not meant for everybody to be the elect. It's not meant for everybody, okay, to escape, all right, the second death. All right. This is Isaiah 30:1. "Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." You trusting in this system, you trusting in this kingdom, you're gonna be ashamed, okay? Because it's all coming down. That's the point. Okay, you're gonna die with this fucking system. And in closing, this is Revelation 22:11. Okay, those that won't get it, okay, hey, that's your lot. "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be." Okay? So this has been WTF, no mechanical door handles. Okay? Question mark. All right? So I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.